Hey, how you doing? This is Joshua Esnard from the Cut Buddy. Today we are going to talk about the wet goods that we offer, when to use them, their consistency, and their benefits. When you go to shave, usually you need to have a 3-step process. That's your shaving cream, that's your post-shave spray, and that's your balm or your lotion for aftershave. Okay, so let's go through the steps here. This is our shaving creams. We have 2 shaving creams. One of our shaving creams is more of a lotion. It's a more liquidy consistency, and it's filled with jojoba, tea tree, and eucalyptus. So with this shaving cream, given that it has a more liquid consistency and it's ready to go for shaving, you would make sure your head is clean before you shave, and then you would apply this shaving cream. Just make sure it's a thin layer, and then you could go ahead and start shaving. You see how it just slides on my head? That makes it much easier for you if you're on the go, if you're not around water, if you are in the military and you're out in the field and there's no water around. All right? For the other one that has more of a foaming consistency, this is gonna stretch for much longer, but you're gonna need to activate it with water. If you don't activate it with water, the shaver or the razor will not glide as well because it's not foamed up. So I'm gonna show you how you activate it. All you need for a shaving session is literally this much to cover your head. If you have a beard that you're trying to take down or a larger surface area, just double it up. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it in my hand, and I'm gonna rub it into my head, and then I'm gonna grab a little bit of water, and you'll notice how it suds up. All right, that activates the foam. So once again, do not use this shaving cream unless you activate it with water, because it will not work as well. For this, it does have a little bit of a cooling feel as well with the eucalyptus and the tea tree. So if you wait for 30 seconds, you'll feel your hair start to cool. Both of these shaving creams are also conditioners. Why did we add a little bit of conditioner in there? Is because if you condition your scalp or your hair before you shave, it will make your hair a little bit looser or thinner, or it'll make it not as stiff so that the razor can glide and cut the hair easier. If you leave your hair stiff, then it's gonna be harder to cut those hairs, and you may get irritation, or you may get razor burn, or your ingrown hairs may be a higher chance when you're done shaving. All right? So once you're done shaving with your shaving cream, whether it's in the shower or out of the shower, you're gonna wanna make sure that you don't have any spots left with shaving cream left over or any hairs left over. So you wanna just lightly wash your head with some water to clean up the canvas. Now that you've wounded your head by shaving it, you need to start to take care of your head after shaving it. So what we have offering are the post-shave spray and the lotions and balms. Let's talk about the post-shave sprays. So our post-shave sprays are gonna have those activating ingredients like eucalyptus and tea tree and other opportunities and ingredients that allow you to not get irritation after you shave. So there's gonna be a little bit of alcohol in these so that you can kill any germs or leftover things on your head, because the last thing you want is any germs or any bacteria or anything that's airborne to go into the pores right after you shave. Remember, shaving is taking off a very thin layer of your scalp. And then that is why when it heals back, if you don't heal it properly, that's why you get dandruff or dry scalp. So you always need to take care of your scalp. Although even if you're bald, you still have follicles and pores that need taken care of. So we have 2 kinds of post-shave sprays as far as variations. We have a citrus one, and it's gonna be more of like a citrus smell. So it comes out in just a spray. And Smells really good. The spray, the smell and the essence does not irritate you. It's not like it has a perfumey thing that will irritate you. It's just a natural ingredient of citrus. So you're just gonna rub that on in the areas that you shaved, or you could simply just spray this on and just cover all the areas of your head. Now, warning, this thing does have alcohol, and it is a cleanser and a cleaner at the same time. You are gonna feel a little bit of burn for 5 seconds, but that's natural, and that is what it's doing. It's fighting any chances of irritation. It's killing any bacteria. It's soothing your head, and you'll really, this probably is the most important part of the shaving if you do get irritation. All right, so we have the citrus one, and then we have one that's unscented for those that don't like the citrus smell, and it comes out the same exact way as a spray. Once again, you could spray it directly on your head, or you can spray it into your hand and rub it onto your head. It is critical that you cover every area that you shaved. And one thing that I always use as a basis to know how well this is working is I spray it onto my head. I wait for 5 seconds and feel a little bit of the burn. Once 5 seconds goes by, I spray a little bit more. And if it doesn't burn the second time that you spray it on, you are on your way not to have irritation. So once it doesn't burn after you spray this on, then you're pretty golden for not having irritation. So these come in 3.4 ounce bottles. You can buy them at CVS as well on our site or on Amazon. I really do recommend this. This was the game changer for me when I was shaving. All right. So for the next products, we're gonna talk about post-shave balms or lotion. So after you've applied post-shave spray, remember this thing is alcohol based. It does have a little bit of conditioning properties in there, so it will leave your head slick and a little bit conditioned. But what you want to do is rehydrate your pores. So before you shave, you open up your pores with some heat. You shave with the shaving cream. After you shave, you need to close your pores and stop any bacteria or funguses or any airborne stuff from going into your pores. So you spray on a post-shave spray that makes your pores pucker up and it closes the door to a lot of bacteria. And then you want to condition your hair with a lotion to keep it moisturized. If you don't keep your hair moisturized, you may get dandruff or you may itch your head. And your skin will look dry, your head will look shiny. If you want your shave to look shiny and your skin to be revitalized, you want to make sure you use a lotion. You want to drink a lot of water. You want to protect yourself from the sun with some type of sunblock. People that are bald, the sun is not our friend with cancer. So make sure that you're making sure your head is protected. This one is called the Bump Buddy. This, along with the post-shave spray, are my favorite products ever. The Bump Buddy works very fast. The Bump Buddy it comes in a pretty small jar, so you think that it's a little bit, but just know that a little bit goes a far way. So you're just taking a little bead, and it's in the consistency of a lotion, all right? And you're just spreading it on your hand, and just spreading it evenly across your head. Do not make a thick layer. Evenly. And as soon as you apply this thing, you're gonna see that it starts to work magic. It has an amazing natural smell. A lot of aftershave lotions that work with irritation smell terrible. Trust me, try the competitors and smell them, and some of them smell like badger piss. So whatever badger piss smells like, but you will love this stuff. This will stop you from most of your irritation and ingrown hairs. All right. a little bit goes a long way. All right, if you use globs of it, you're just wasting it. Only a little thin layer activates it and it works well. You'll actually start to see your pores get healthier within a few seconds. All right, the next product that we have is our aftershave butter. All right, this aftershave butter has ginger, witch hazel, willow bark, and shy nut. All right, so the cool thing about this is that the willow bark, if you don't know what willow bark is actually the ingredient that is used when it's processed to create salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is the thing that works to really take away any kind of like irritation or ingrown hairs, because it helps your skin exfoliate itself better. And actually salicylic acid and willow bark are actually what creates aspirin. And many of you don't know, aspirin does block pain, so it helps you to block the pain, but aspirin is actually a natural exfoliator. So that is actually what it's doing, exfoliates the barriers in your stomach when you take aspirin, and then it activates fast to numb down the pain. So that's a little science lesson there. But I love this stuff because if I know that I have some time and I don't need to go to a meeting, this stuff works very well. The difference between this and this, a little bit goes a long way for the bump buddy. You can have this on the go, ready to go. It shines up your head. This, you're gonna need some time because you're gonna use this in more of a glob, all right? Babies, when they have diaper rash, the number one thing we do wrong is when we apply the diaper rash cream is we just put on a thin layer of diaper rash cream. Well, really what you're supposed to do is cake it on for it to actually work. This works the same way. The problem with this is that it's gonna stay on your head for like 30 minutes until it doesn't look white on your head. So you're gonna wanna be at home or at night and not want to be going out for about 30 minutes. So let me show you how to use this. The consistency of this is closer to a paste or a very thick paint. As you can see, it's not dripping or anything like that. What you're gonna want to do is put it in your hand, lightly rub it, and then you want to cake it on to the areas that you really have irritation or razor burn. And once you cake it on, it's caked on, right? And you're gonna wanna give it about 30 minutes to work its magic. What I typically do is I'll put on a hair tie so that as I wear this, no like, anything in the air like dust or bacteria or anything like that lands on my head during doing this. So I'll wear a do-rag or a hair tie or a stocking cap or a biker cap if you want, just to protect your head. It's kind of like putting on a Neosporin and then putting on a bandage. So yeah, these are our products for shaving. So remember, we got 2 shaving creams activated by water. One is ready to go, slick and watery. We have 2 flavors of the post-shave spray. You apply this after you shave. And then we have 2 lotions and balms and treatments. One, you're gonna apply it and you're gonna leave it on, caked on. And then the other is ready to go, slick and nice, and you put a very thin layer and you give it just a few seconds. This one will need about 30 minutes. If you have any questions about your shaving routine, if you have any questions about irritation or how to shave, you're new to bald, contact us at customer@thecutbuddy.com. You can contact us at @thecutbuddy on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, or any of our socials. Ask us a question. We're here to help. Check out our YouTube videos as well. We have a lot of YouTube videos on whether to shave dry or wet, the proper ways to shave based on your hair type, and what products to use when you're shaving. So have a beautiful day. Enjoy yourself. Be safe and love your skin. All right. Take care of it. See you guys.